Good morning, Columbia. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Curtis Wilson.
I'm Tyler. 5:01 Thursday morning.
It is.
It's been a long week.
Felt like it, right?
Yeah, I mean it's been a minute since the weekend. I feel like
Well, for tomorrow will be the weekend
it will
at 5 o'clock.
at 5 p.m.
Yeah.
Well, not for everybody.
Well, yeah, but for the majority.
That's fair. I mean, mine starts at 12:30 tomorrow,
Gotcha.
right after the noon show.
Yes. Yeah.
Cruising. But it's not going to be the best weather-wise, so there's that.
It's gonna be heavy.
No, it's just annoying.
Oh.
I mean, that's where we are. I mean, it's just enough rain to be annoying. It's not super sunny out. You got to be mindful that you may go into a store, come out in rainstorm, and then it's gone. Yeah. So
would it be a total washout for the weekend? Mm-hmm. Okay, see, there you go. There's the upside.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. You got to always have that umbrella handy just in case.
This is true. Yeah.
Carry the extra accoutrement. Although, I fashion it. I get one like a cane. I think cane should make a comeback. A good cane.
When did they ever go away?
Well, no, I don't mean if you need one. I mean a good walking cane.
No, I'm not talking about it for age purposes.
Oh.
I'm like, you see people still walking with them little.
Yeah, you can wrap them on people, Excuse me, poke somebody if you need to.
What do you want, a top hat too?
Listen, a cape would also,
I think you want to go back to the days where they say, why I oughta.
I would love that. I would love it. Love it.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it's not to be. Let's move forward.
Well, the White House's 2026 budget proposal includes increased funding for Mars-related projects. That means NASA could consider launching rockets to the Red Planet next year. That would align with President Trump's pledge to, quote, plant a flag on Mars. 2026 and 2028 are when Earth and Mars are closest, making them optimal years for launching missions. So, good morning, Columbia crew. If you had the chance to visit another planet, which one would you actually choose?
Probably the moon, I suppose, if I had to. It looks fun, you kind of bounce around, take these giant strides,
Yeah.
I feel like Mars is going to be way too hot. I mean, it's the red planet.
Yeah. What say you, Useless Trivia? What planet would you like to visit? Venus, Mars, Jupiter?
Uranus?
Pluto.
Thank you, sir, for keeping it on track there. What about you there, Cornelio? Saturn? Okay.
He wants to go see Saturn.
Let's see the rings around it.
Curtis, what about you? Where do you want to go?
Right here on good old Earth. This is the planet, right here.
Stay right here on Terra, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Frankly, me too. I have no use in being strapped inside a, 5 million pound,
Gotcha.
Gasoline holder.
Yeah. Let's do that first trivia question. Which planet in our solar system is considered an ice giant planet? Mercury, Venus, Neptune, Jupiter.
An ice giant planet? Or a giant ice planet?
Ice giant planet.
Okay. Neptune. Because it's sea.
Ah, I see.
I mean, I don't know.
Okay.
Mercury is not ice because it's right next to the sun. Here's your QR code, by the way. Mercury is not ice because it's right next to the sun. It's hot as Hades there.
So get some help from your friends. Use the QR code.
Yeah. Right there. I'm going to go with Neptune.
Okay.
All right, today is Have a Coke Day. Now, our favorite red can bevy was invented in 1886, marketed as a medical beverage that relieved exhaustion. Of course, it was named after two of the three original ingredients, cocoa leaves and cola nuts, Coca-Cola. There you go. The third ingredient, you ask? Yep, cocaine. Now, the last ingredient was removed from the recipe in 1904 due to concerns of its addictive properties, you think? But it wasn't totally out until around 1929. The recipe now, by the way, is something of a highly guarded secret. Some say it's in a vault. Others say that no one person, Curtis, has the entire recipe, thereby protecting it from the whole thing getting into someone else's hands. So it's kind of an urban legend, but no one person apparently knows the entire Coca-Cola recipe.
Gotcha.
So there you go. Have a Coca Smile and shut the heck up. One of my favorite lines in a comedian.
Got it.
Richard Pryor.
Yeah.
Coca, are you a Coke or a Pepsi guy?
Neither really. I like them both when I
Right.
used to drink them, but
Yeah.
they're both good.
I got you. Yeah, I don't drink much soda at all, but I'm probably a Coke guy if I had to
Gotcha.
take a guess. But
Gotcha.
like, I don't drink much. The carbonation just kind of messes my belly now.
Right.
But that's all right. It's going to stop everybody else. Have a Coke and a smile.
Big shouts to my man Brian Sumter. He was over at Coca-Cola. Been there forever.
There you go.
All right.
Brian, have one on us.
There you go. And then you want him to shut up? Michael J. Fox has a new book coming out. It's
Okay.
memoirs.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, Back to the Future, my journey through the space-time continuum. It's going to talk about, of course, Back to the Future and also his time with Family Ties, the sitcom he did for such a long time. He was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease and, still instrumental part in Hollywood as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. I was like Michael J. Fox.
Yeah.
I was a fan of Alex B. Keaton, the role he played. He was he was in a house of liberals. He was like the Republican Reagan voting, youngster.
Okay.
So I just like that character.
Gotcha. What you got?
So everybody loves a good garage sale,
Right.
Springtime, people are all spring cleaning and trying to get rid of stuff. A few ways to decide how you want to price things you're trying to sell at your garage sale, because it's always kind of
The haggle thing.
right? Yeah. So you want to consider your goal. Is it because you want to move your stuff out and you don't want it anymore, or are you trying to make cash? So decide what it is you're trying to do. If it's just emptying the garage out and selling everything you can, that's different than, hey, I need to get gas money.
Right.
You know what I mean? Keep pricing simple, increments of like $5. You like 25 cents, increments of 5. So 5, 25, $5, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Quantity over quality. You want to sell as much as you can fast. If you can't get the money you want for it, try to sell it online. Check for tags. That can increase the value. If you have something new with tags, NWT they say, you can say, listen, I paid $200 for it. Be prepared to haggle, like you said, and keep plenty of cash on hand. Here's the other. It's the 10% rule. That's what I was looking for. The 10% rule. Basically, if you don't have the tag on it, you charge 10% of what you paid for it.
Oh.
So if it's $20, expect to get $2 out of it.
Got it.
So there you go. If you're going to be a yard saler, I do love good yard sale.
People put those signs up, and then you see them on the Saturdays. Just cars lined up for those things.
Oh, they are. It's crazy. I mean, and you got to get there early though.
Yeah.
Got to get there early. People run in. They're all over the place looking for deals.
Yeah.
And good garage sale. Well, this weekend might not be a great garage sale weekend.
Okay.
It's a little damp.
Hold off a little bit.
Yeah, maybe next weekend.
And people will smuggle anything these days. A Kenyan court has fined 4 men almost $8,000 each for trying to traffic thousands of ants out of Africa. Authorities say the giant African harvester ants were actually destined for Europe and Asia, where hobbyists are willing to pay more than $200 for a single queen ant. Experts say these ants help aerate soil and spread seeds, playing a crucial role in the local ecosystem. Removing them could have serious environmental consequences.
Ants?
Ants.
Smuggling ants.
Yeah.
All right.
But we did a story on a guy who tried to smuggle snakes and put them in his pants. One who tried to smuggle some spiders, arachnophobia.
Then there was yesterday the meth smoking raccoon.
Yeah.
All right.
He
Crazy.
just had the pipe in his hand, or her hand.
Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom. It's gotten more wild.
Yeah. Asked you a trivia question earlier. Which planet in our solar system is considered an ice giant planet?
Yes, Neptune it is. I was right. 100% of folks got it on the QR Code Club. It was a good guess. I mean, I'm not an astronomer, so.
Well, you did well, and so did the folks online.
There you go.
Congratulations.
Mother's Day is Sunday. Don't forget that.
That is right.
If you're still looking for gifts for mom, here are some things you don't want to get the mother in your life.
Okay.
Things that you may not be, be the best ones. Don't get her any weight loss products.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, right off the bat, cleaning supplies. I told you, I gave someone a vacuum cleaner once. Yeah, it did not go over well. How-to cookbooks. Not a cookbook, but a how-to cookbook.
I don't know. Some people may want a cookbook, to be able to branch out and try
Maybe,
other things.
maybe.
Unless they're really adamant about how they cook it and they want to do it their way, then definitely don't do it.
Yeah, they know what they're doing, right? Yeah. Gas station flowers. That's a good idea. And gift cards to stores that you like. So things that moms do want, though, this is according to Mixbook. Handmade gifts, special experiences. That's kind of a cool one.
Okay.
And handwritten letters or cards.
There you go.
So things.
The simple things.
Right. You know, it's about experiences. You know, I guess that's kind of cool. You know, you can't return that.
Yeah.
Can't return that.
What'd you say, Austin?
Ask my.
He's
I gotta ask my dad today.
Oh, he has to ask his
what to
dad
get him.
today.
guys
Okay.
what to get mom. It's a good idea.
Okay.
Well, don't get her any weight loss products, buddy.
Austin, by the way, is 51. He has to ask his dad.
Let's get to weather.
There's a new parenting style that is causing outrage and arguments online involving parents that take a more gentle approach with their children. The new parenting style goes by FAFO. And we'll let you research that to find out what that acronym stands for. The style of parenting is a tribute to the parenting style of old, where you let your child find out what happens when they don't listen to you or try something silly like biting a spicy pepper. Well, this has caused an outrage by the gentle parenting culture that is so prevalent today. Experts say that both of these styles, they have their upsides, but a combination of both would be best for your child.
You know what I say?
What's that?
Spare the rod, spoil the child. I'm just, excuse me. Yes, this kind of gentler, you're creating these helicopter parents, you're creating these little snowflakes that don't understand disappointment. Oh, it's okay, take a time out, Tommy, it's fine. Think about what you've done. No, sir. No, sir. Go cut out your own switch.
I gotcha.
And that was a head game too. Because if you got one too big, it's gonna hurt more, but if you got it too small, they'd go back out and cut one for you.
True.
Spare the rod and spoil the child.
There
Step
were
off my soapbox.
belts, extension cords, you know.
Ooh, oh, wow.
Yeah.
Belts, yes. Extension cord, that'll leave a mark. A wooden spoon, yes.
Austin was asking.
Oh,
right?
yes.
Wooden
My
spoon.
grandmother, no lie, had a paddle. It was a wooden paddle. That's exactly what it was for. And my grandfather drilled holes in it so it wouldn't slow down as she came in. Made it more aerodynamic for speed.
Austin, did they mic you up?
No, they didn't.
Okay.
Anyway, there you go. Parenting. How about you leave the parenting to each their own? How about that?
Yeah. Time for the second trivia question for today. What year did gentle parenting become mainstream? 07, 2013, 16, or 2020?
It's probably 2007.
Probably.
Is that when they started doing let's have a timeout.
Timeout.
Gross. Yeah. There's a QR code right here. I mean, I turned out perfectly fine, and Dad was pretty heavy-handed with me.
I think most people in your generation and also mine, and they was making sure we did the right things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to cry. Give you something to cry about. I think I told you this. My mom, I used to, believe it or not, I was a bit of a wise behind.
Okay.
And so
can't-
I know, you can't imagine
believe
that. But, Mom would go ahead and get ready to haul off. And she'd take a swing, and I'd be like, missed me. And then she'd be like, that's okay. Your dad will be home in about 4 hours.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, no, come on. And she's like, nope. Because I never learned, if I let her connect, it would have been over.
It's that anticipation of knowing that when they got home, what was coming for
I'd
them.
hear that big old Dodge pull
Yeah.
in, big orange Dodge, and he'd back in the driveway. I'm like, oh, man.
Wasn't the station wagon?
No,
Oh,
he had a
okay.
great big orange Dodge Power Ram.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I would duck and, bob and weave and regretted it every time.
Yeah.
Because what came was a lot more than a little slap across the face.
All right.
All right, I'm going to say 2007.
Okay.
QR code's right there.
I don't know if you heard about this, but former Denver Broncos quarterback John Elway was in a golf cart. He was driving this thing, and it crashed. And the guy that was on it was a longtime friend, Jeff Spivak. Fell, hit his head, and died.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. Crazy freak accident on a golf cart.
Wow. Were they on the golf course, or were they just out cruising around?
No, they were on the course, yeah.
Wow.
Crazy. Your buddy, retired NFL player Tom Brady, he expressed regret over the impact of the roast that took place on Netflix. Remember the roast?
Yeah, vaguely.
Yeah. He admitted that it targeted his ex-wife, his exes, and it was tough for his kids to watch. and he figured it was a major parenting mistake to even do it. So he's now trying to repair the damage caused by that roast with his kids.
Now, was he roasted or was he the roaster?
He was roasted.
Okay.
Kevin Hart, Kim
That's
Kardashian, all
right.
of them were on there.
Yeah.
Curtis.
Back to me now.
Curtis,
Trying
isn't
to
that
fix
the whole point of a roast?
Kanye West, he walked off an interview with Piers Morgan just in 4.5 minutes into it because of the questions that Piers was asking him.
So I don't
Yeah, I
want
would go through the whole thing, but it's pretty long with all of that stuff and what this guy's dealing
sit down
with.
with an interview. You got to be ready to, you got to be ready to answer questions.
Absolutely. Fireworks with the Phil coming back. I'm sure you're going to have,
Yes.
what's the...
Morihiko
conductor's-
Nakahara.
Yes, he will be coming on, I'm sure, to talk about it. July 2nd, they're going to do their thing. Big Bull Street celebration. They're going to make it the Philharmonic, and patriotic fireworks going to come up as well. So something ahead for July.
I love it.
We're doing the hot dog eating thingy.
Oh yeah, we are.
Okay.
I'm ready for it. I'm here for it. Hope you are too. Beaver, you going to do the hot dog eating with us?
Turn it on.
Who's Beaver?
No. I'm
Austin.
not a glizzy guy.
Are you mic'd? Can people hear you?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Good.
Okay.
All right. Good. All right. Well, there you go.
But I'm
Austin.
sure you were on.
Don't say that because I'm going to put you in a cheerleading outfit.
You know, if I get my
Miss
raise,
Womble. Get
if
Miss
I get my
Womble.
raise, I'll do it.
Come join.
All right.
You want to join us for the hot dog eating contest coming up in July? No. No?
It's true.
Okay.
That's true.
She said
We'll
he's
see.
the master at it.
I am.
All right.
I'm a master. Anyway, I'm a master boater.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, there you go. All right, guys, go ahead and jump into the weather.
Well, the term Florida man exists for a reason, and this story involving a man getting gored by a bison in Yellowstone National Park is a perfect example. The National Park Service says the animal gored the 47-year-old Florida man after he approached it too closely. This is the first reported incident of a person injured by a bison this year. To put in perspective how rare being gored by a bison is, according to the NPS, there were only 2 reported incidents in 2024. Now, we know one thing for sure. The Florida man found out that bison are faster, just a little bit faster than a gator. So he walked up too closely to one.
Oh, yeah, leave it alone. I get, it's a beautiful animal.
Yeah.
What does he expect? It's got horns.
And, they have all the warnings to tell you not to approach.
Right.
Keep the distance.
And he probably, I'm sure that the bison probably warned him, said, hey, man, this is probably not a good idea.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay. What do you expect? What's the old saying? You mess with a bull, you get the horns.
That's what they say.
It's pretty simple.
Have you a question? What year, did we ask you, was gentle parenting becoming mainstream?
The answer was 2016. While the concept of gentle parenting has been talked about since the 1920s, it received mainstream attention in 2016 when British author Sarah Oakwell Smith released her book called The Gentle Parenting Book. Let's see, 59% of people said 2007, and 2013 is 28%. So.
Okay. So you'll catch him at the noon show.
Yes.
With the weather, all important. It's going to be wet. And traffic. Weather.
Yeah, we got all that stuff. Be good to each other.
Have a great day.